everyone, me and Parker Wildbeck have personally come together because we simply want to make Full-Time Filmmaker a course available for everybody out there. So if you want to get 25% off the course, all you have to do is click the link down below, put in the code right here, and you got 25% off. See you, Full-Time Filmmaker. Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm so glad that you guys decided to join me in today's video. I hope it's exciting for you guys. I hope you guys learned something, so let's go ahead and get started. Basically, I'm wanting to show you guys how I go about editing a wedding video. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Give me a nice thumbs up for this video if you wouldn't mind. And comment down below if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them for you guys. So, in today's video, like I said, I'm going to show you how I edit a wedding video. Now, it's going to be a very brief summary. I'm going to try to keep at that 15-minute mark, something like that. This is my setup right here. So what I have is I have my widescreen right here. I have my iMac right here. Not my iMac, but my Mac desktop computer right here. So how I usually edit a wedding video is I have my main storyboard on this widescreen right here, which you'll see right here. This is my storyboard right here. And then this side right here, I usually have this extended all the way out. But for the video's sake, recording the actual monitor itself, I can only record one, not two, unfortunately, for some reason. So, with that being said, maybe you can, I just haven't found it yet. But with that being said, I decided just to cram everything onto the wider screen. I have here on my left screen, now this is a revision video, so I already sent the main video. I sent the main video already to the couple, because I finished it, but I asked them if there were any revisions that they wanted me to make for the actual wedding video, and they sent me just a few over an email. So I actually have that email over here on my left side that I'm looking at constantly, being like, okay, this is what they want, this is what they want me to change, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and just get started. This is my main storyboard right here. It is color coordinated. I always color coordinate everything, because if everything's one color, you get very confused very fast. So, I have green right here. Green is the actual wedding itself, stuff like that. So you'll see, different clips, going through here. Just different clips of the reception. Some of these clips are kind of dark and everything. I'm still working with that, with the lighting itself. But anyway, the pink is pre-wedding, so like getting ready, stuff like that. So like clips down here, she's getting ready, looking in the mirror, so forth, looking at me and the camera anyway, stuff like that. The blue stuff is the reception. That way I know if I want a clip or something like that, I just know what color it is. In my head I know what it is, and so forth. So, like I said, I'm doing the revision right now. I made the original edit, but there are just a few things. I sent an email saying if you could incorporate that in there, if you could take out this clip, so forth. Because even though you're the wedding editor, you want to make sure that the couple is happy. Now, obviously, they may want something in the wedding video after you record everything, and you may not have a clip of that. So, you're trying to fit as best as you can to what they want. That's what I'm doing right now. So, what I did was, let's just go to this right here. The reception is what I'm working on right now. These are clips that I pulled. The layer 1 and layer 2, which you'll see right here. These are both layers that I'm going to be using. Layer 3, I might put something up there that I'm a little bit like, I don't know if I want that in there, but I'll use it if I really need to. The top layer is all junk stuff and stuff like that. And so forth. So let me just widen this for you just so you can see my thing right here. So just to give you an idea, these are all clips I recorded that I'm not going to be using at all. And this right here is my wedding video right here. Let me widen that a little bit for you. So this is my actual edit right here. Now again, I'm still editing a bunch of stuff right here and so forth, but this is the good chunk of it. You'll see I have 2 songs down here that I edited down already. So like I said, I'm editing the reception right here, just getting some things going here. Now I originally had this as the intro to the reception itself. So like you finish up, or you finish up with the wedding right here. That's the last shot right there. Then all of a sudden I did this right here. So this was the intro to the actual reception, but I figured to do this instead That way everybody's like getting an idea of what the new location is. That's what I was going for. So balloons, congratulations, wedding cake. Okay, we're at the reception. Then you walk in, because if you just walked in, I felt like if I put this at the beginning and you just, you just see something like this, just the reception, and then walking in, you'd be like, okay, like what are they walking into? Like, what's the purpose of them walking into the building? But I felt like if you did this instead, people get an idea of, okay, they're at the reception, gotcha, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Then all of a sudden, they walk in, intro. One thing to note here, some people might point out that this clip is a little short. The reason for that is because, yes, it is short. I was going to go all the way through the door and have them walk in, but I stopped it right here because the bride tripped on her wedding dress walking up the stairs because it was so long. And she tripped on it, and she like got tripped up on her dress, and it ruined the shot. I mean, it's a wedding dresses are long. You might trip up on it on stairs. Fortunately for the shot itself, she was okay. By the way, just in case you were wondering, it wasn't a bad trip or anything. She just kind of got tripped up a little bit there on the stairs. But anyway, that's why I stopped the clip there, because I didn't think that'd be too flattering. The bride tripping up the stairs on her wedding video. So that's why it stops right there. So I've got the bride's, I believe that's the bride's mom and dad. I believe that is. And then they walk in. Then they do speeches, so forth. Got that going there. That's the groom's brother right there. Then I've got him hugging. Awesome. You may notice that color's off. That's because I still got to edit some of the coloring still. Let's see here. I got this going here. Speeches and so forth. Perfect. Got a gap there. I got to fill that. I know. Still speeches and so forth. Them kissing right there. I'm going to lighten that up so it's a little bit, more cinematic instead of just dark and them kissing behind rose bouquet. Got them cutting the wedding cake here. Very, very awesome. Very cool. Them doing a toast together. Very awesome there. Just a lot of different things going on there. Let's see here. I've got all this stuff. So I did a lot of interaction, basically, is what you see. Then I did a lot of like pan of just the actual reception area. Some people might put this over here at the beginning. The reason why I didn't was because I felt like if you put it at the beginning of the clip, you'll see everybody sitting down and then the speeches and everything. And I didn't feel like it fit in that category or that section anyway, so that's why I kept it there. So then you had this. Now the hard part about this dance, or not the reception, getting to the dance anyway. So you'll see right here, it is really dark. I mean, really, really dark. And there's a few things I want to note here. One thing that I messed up on during the reception, that future note for you guys not to do, was what lens you should use. Now, I only have two lenses. I have the Takana 11-16, which, going to be totally honest with you guys, I don't like that lens. It costs $400 something, depending on where you get it. I am not a fan of that lens, just putting it out there. I'll tell you why in a second, very brief. But anyway, I use a Sigma 17-50 millimeter. That's a 2.8. I love that lens a lot. The only bad thing about it is it's not good when it's dark. If you've ever heard of the Nifty 50 or the 50 millimeter by Canon, that is a 1.8 or 1.4. I believe it's one of those two. I always get those 1.8 and 1.4 confused. But if you have that lens, use it when it's darker, because the lower the number is, the better it's going to do in low light conditions. I'm telling you that right now. Going back just very quick to the Takana 11-16 millimeter, why I don't like that lens is because it has a terrible, I shouldn't say terrible, okay? It doesn't have a good focus on it. It seems to me that it's a soft focus. For a lens that costs $400 something, I honestly would have expected a better lens quality out of it, but I can't get it to focus that good. It is a wide angle lens, that's why I bought it, but I'm honestly going to be selling it to get a prime lens. And I asked a lot of people if that was a good idea. They said yes, it was. Definitely do that. because prime lenses are like gold on a DSLR. So going back to the edit, this is pretty much how I go through everything, and stuff like that. One thing I do want to say is don't do a jump cut. I believe that's what it's called. So what a jump cut would be is you're doing this right here. So you're filming them dancing right here, and then all of a sudden you do another jump cut. And imagine these two separate clips now. So you see two separate clips. I'm gonna shorten this a little bit here, just so it doesn't follow through. So watch this. This is what I would suggest not to do in a wedding video. So you're watching them dance or whatever. Then all of a sudden you go back to the same thing. And they're doing this different things, but I wouldn't suggest doing that for the reason that it doesn't look very good in my opinion. That's one thing I have gotten from Full-Time Filmmaker, Parker Wallbeck, in other words, is that don't do jump cuts because it doesn't flow very well. So with that being said, I'm just gonna drag these two clips over because I'll redo that, make that one clip again. But anyway, I have these clips right here. Going back, let's just go back to the reception real quick, or this right here. See how I actually focused in solely on the pin itself and made the hand blurry right here. That is one thing I do want to point out. That is what makes it really cool. I was zoomed in as far as I could go pretty much, and I focused in on that. I love that shot so much. This is one other thing I do want to point out is, let's go to, oh boy, let's see, what clip was it? It was this one right here. This is one thing I do want to point out, guys. This clip right here was much darker. I'm going to take the effects stuff off. Watch this clip right here. I'm going to widen this clip. This is why I love Adobe so much, so you can color it so much. Watch it. That's how dark it was when I first recorded it. I add that in there and see how much better it looks. It looks so much better. Some people leave that out. Some people are like, okay, you know, I'll stick with that. You know, that looks pretty good. Well, this thing is, everybody's drawn to the sky and the couple looks dark. Well, all you do is you add a preset in here, or LUT anyway, and then you edit that LUT, and that's what it came out to. Now the sky is a little bit blown out still, but it looks somewhat soft, but I was able to get the couple very nice and everything. I really liked that edit right there. So one other thing is the actual music itself. One thing I do want to point out is when you're editing to a wedding video, or any video for that matter that has music in it, you want to make sure that you edit to the beat of the music. I see this so much. This is one huge thing I learned from Full-Time Filmmaker. Stuff like that is, if you don't edit to the music, it just throws you off. So let's say you have a beat that has, every 4 seconds there's a beat. So you have beat 1 2 3 4, beat 1 2 3 4, beat. Let's say you have a beat every 4 times, but let's say you change your actual footage on that third beat. So it's 1 2 3 change, and then you had the beat a step after that. It won't look so well, believe me. So when you edit footage, don't edit to the clip, edit to the footage. Now make sure you have the best clips out there for the thing, but make sure you edit to the footage. That's the best thing I can tell you guys with the music. Make sure that the music is good for the video. If you have like this right here, I got something really cinematic going here and stuff like that. If you edit the music to the video in terms of making people feel like they're, you know, it's a very romantic time, it's a wedding video, stuff like that, then they'll feel the emotions. If you have something like and it's a wedding video, it's not gonna give the same feel. It's gonna make people be like, what in the world is this? So that is my biggest thing for you guys with the video, not the video, but the audio itself, is make sure that, for one, you edit to the audio, because the audio is half of your video. The audio is seriously half of your video, no joke. A lot of people overthink. The truth is, the video is told half with the audio. Think of any television show that you see out there. Think of an intense scene. They put this intense music in the background to make you feel like something's about to go down, you know, something like that. But they don't put the music in there, you don't get the same feel. So same thing with the wedding video. If you don't put if you put odd music in there, or you know, whatever, if you don't even put music in there, you just put the actual live audio in there, it doesn't give the same approach to it. That is what makes your video so good, so cinematic, is the audio itself. But I want to show you guys just basically how I do this, and just kind of give you guys an idea of how I edit a wedding video.